answer your question.
I'm vlogging.
Why does the surface be so flat?
Because you can't vlog on a round globe. You'd fall off. If you are in the market for a $400 egg beater, if you want a premium reel, if you're considering something in the mid threes, take a look at this reel first. There is nothing from Shimano, there's nothing from Abu, there's nothing from 13 that I've seen or come across that comes close to what this thing is. I was worried that it was going to be heavy and clunky. It's not. I thought they used a standard graphite rotor that you can get on the Ballistic for 250 bucks. They didn't. They do have the Zion rotor. It's not listed in the information on the reel or anywhere on the internet. It's clearly that long strand carbon composite found on the DAIWA Theory, and it looks to be the same one as found on the Exist. It looks like it's just a magnetic ring right there. And you can see the ferrofluid in the gap here. That goes from the magnet. This is sticking to my screwdriver. That's your ferrofluid. And it grabs onto the anti-reverse clutch sleeve. Gentlemen, ladies, and anyone in between, I welcome you all. And I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Bassmaster Classic. And I'm sitting here with one of the bells of the ball, the brand spanking new DAIWA CERTATE. This is a 2500 size. And without a doubt, out of all the spinning reels that I've held in my hand while I've had this channel, I haven't felt a reel quite like it in terms of overall refinement, smoothness, the warm and fuzzies you get when you turn the handle. It is, without a doubt, one of the finest egg beaters ever made. And I had my doubts when I was hearing things about the reel in terms of how, you know, the overall weight. Just everything in general. I'm like, why are they upgrading the previous generation CERTATE that just came out a couple of years ago to something like this? And now we know why. Guys, they hit it out of the park. And I apologize in advance. My camera set up here. I'm in the hotel room, and it's a complete opposite from what I used to. And just focus on the reel. I'm trying my best to keep it in frame. It's literally backwards from every video you've ever seen me put out. And without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and crack this puppy. And I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Just being straight with you guys. I see certain things that look familiar, but we don't know. Okay, so that was easy enough to get the spool support off. What we have under the spool is the rotor retaining nut and sealing like you would find in the original, or I should say the current Saltiga reels. Hopefully I brought the right size wrench. All right, now I'm very curious to see what's underneath this rotor. Hey Josh, you want to see this?
Sure. I didn't want to ruin your video.
I have Josh in the background. He's diligently replying to all his hundreds of emails that he received since we've been flying and traveling all day. So this is what makes up the mag seal of the CERTATE. Can we get it out? Is it sticking? That's different. I don't know what this is. This screwed on? Is there a cap that's held in place by those Torxes right there? Is this the right size? Oh, that is the right size. Sweet. It was almost over before it started. That's not something I'm familiar with in a DAIWA reel. Nice. Alright, so it feels like there's a rubber lip seal or some kind of O-ring seal as I'm lifting this cap off. Whoa. Okay. There's a lot of different in this reel. So in terms of sealing, this is far superior to what you're going to get in pretty much any DAIWA reel that's been released under the Saltiga or the previous generation Certate HDs, or possibly the previous generation Certate, where you actually do have full perimeter sealing at the base of this clutch cap. As this seats down on top, it compresses against this rubber seal here, and then at the top here you have a rubber lip seal there, and again compresses against this edge of the cap there. And then you have the mag seal, which it looks like it's just a magnetic ring right there, and you can see the ferrofluid in the gap here that goes from the magnet. This is sticking to my screwdriver. That's your ferrofluid, and it grabs onto the anti-reverse clutch sleeve, and it just spans that gap, keeping water out. The rotor is going to sit on top of this, possibly nest inside, and when you compress that rotor retaining nut, it seals it off so no water can get by. And then you have again that Saltiga rubber lip seal here. So it's a very effective sealing at this location. And it does look like they use a new anti-reverse clutch. I'm not familiar with this coloration. I don't know what kind of differences one can expect. I'm not going to take it out beyond there. I don't think it's necessary. Not for initial in the hotel Airbnb teardown. Oh, damn it. All right, now this is what is underneath that rash guard, and it's not sealed in a standard way. As you can see, it's almost a perfect circle. So it's pulled up against this rubber boot, and being that it is circular, it distributes the forces evenly. So it's not like you have just like a flat piece that's flapping in the breeze and there's a screw holding it in place and then it's going to crack, or there's no pressure. So when I took that screw out, I did feel it kind of release a little bit. And again, you have a seal where the handle enters the body. And this is for the non-handle side. Put that cap on. And when you switch handle sides, if you're doing right hand retrieve, you put the seal that's on this side, remove it with your fingernail, pull it off, put it on this side. this frame all one piece? Whoa. Alright, so I've never been inside any of the DAIWA monocoque reels. I've been inside Z-Bass, I've been in Ocean City Cracks, I've been inside Van Stalls, I've been inside Shields. I've never been inside these. So it looks like this is going to be about as far as I can go, because just by looking at it, it looks like I need a specific wrench that may grab here. Now, DAIWA's used certain names and verbiage to describe these plates, engine plate being one of them. This looks like it's threaded into the body, and I can't get past here without getting that side plate off, and I'm not going to wreck a beautiful reel just to get up her skirt. So it's with all that being said, I'm going to button it up here and get ready for tomorrow's classic. And this was fun. This is, if you are in the market for a $400 egg beater, if you want a premium reel, if you're considering something in the mid threes, take a look at this reel first. There is nothing from Shimano, there's nothing from Abu, there's nothing from 13 that I've seen or come across that comes close to what this thing is. I was worried that it was going to be heavy and clunky. It's not. I thought they used a standard graphite rotor that you can get on the Ballistic for 250 bucks. They didn't. They do have the Zion rotor. It's not listed in the information on the reel or anywhere on the internet. It's clearly that long strand carbon composite found on the DAIWA Theory, and it looks to be the same one as found on the Exist. In terms of refinement while turning the handle, this is Stella quality. I think the only real difference between this reel and its $800 big brother is the frame, instead of aluminum, is made out of magnesium, and it looks like the main gear here is their cold forged machined aluminum gear. I think it might be their machined bronze gear in the Exist. I could be wrong, but man, this is the next evolution in $400 spinning reels, without a doubt. All right, now, until next time, guys, tight lines, and I'll see you soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a fun one. Aren't we all?